Hey, so have you ever wondered what are all these things used for? And we keep using all these objects every day in our life. You still hadn't thought on what these features of this object is used for. And you don't even know what's its purpose. Well, today I'm gonna show you guys some of the things that you hadn't seen. I'm gonna show you some things, the purpose of what is this object for, the parts of the objects that we've been using every day. So, let's get this video started. For your fifth pocket, your jeans, right? You notice there's like diamond jeans with a tiny extra pocket on the side, aka the fifth pocket. So, they have different uses from it, and it's storing folding up cash or tuck away in a zip bomb. Well, it was actually designed for a very specific item in mind. The pocket watch. The teeny tiny pocket watch. Yeah, jeans or pants were made choice for gold miners in California in the 1800s. And an important item they kept on them was the pocket watch, which is delicate and spinny. So that fifth pocket was designed to protect their expensive pocket watches by keeping it snugly and safely tucked into place. So yeah, no wonder we have another pocket in it, so you can just keep a pocket watch. We don't do pocket watch it. We don't do pocket watch. We got smart watches and a regular watch. And now we know what the purpose of that pocket for. Okay, again, same thing for the jeans. There's like metal rivets. What are they used for? Well, they are strategically fastened in areas where jeans used to fall apart. In order to keep work close when ripping at the seams, they used the rivets where they were likely to rip, most likely to rip, or give them some extra life. It's pretty nice. You have that little teeny tiny rivets on your pants. Yeah, it prevents them from ripping in the pants immediately. And I hope nobody ripping your own pants. How about that little hole on your pant, right? There's like a pen cap, and there's like a teeny tiny hole. What is it used for? Well, what if kids would just accidentally in that cap, okay? Because if there's like a closed hole on it, your kid might probably be choked if he or she accidentally. And the reason for that little hole is to prevent them from suffocating and placing the hole so that if someone is stuck at our throats, we could still breathe air into the lungs. And there's a teeny tiny air. It could be an accident, but it would save your life if we cut out a little hole so that we don't want to be die choking our pan cap. So don't chew your pan, or don't put it down as an accident because it's serious. There are some little bit of tools of the measuring tape, right? Yeah, there is this black metal at the beginning of the tape. Well, you can do a lot of purpose. Know that wide hole in the metal piece is designed to just large enough to hook over a nail head so you can hold the measure in place while you make your markings. And that same metal tab has a serrated edge on the one side. You can use gently press and mark a board where you want at the end of your measurement to be. And keep that a little steady to make sure it's in that right measurement. Make sure we mark at the right spot and not measuring at the wrong spot. Okay, quarters, right? And I see the ridges around the quarters. So, what is the purpose for that? So back in the days, coins were stamped from different types of metal cast in different weights. The true value for the coin. So, in order to avoid it, the coin minter started using the rigid pattern only on the precious metal coins so that a person could easily tell if a coin had been shaven. Once it was crafted out on silver, so people began to shaving off edges of the coin to save up or melt into new coins later. It would spend the shaven coins at their full value, even though they weren't worth that much anymore. So yeah, and avoided that, the coin minters, who was created a coin. They used this rigid pattern so that we could easily tell if that has been shaven or not. So very, very neat idea. You know that hole in that soda pop tab? Yeah, there's this good reason. There's a good reason. You can just turn around your tab and just place in a straw so that it can hold a straw as a placeholder. You know that tab? It can be used as a placeholder for a straw. And I've done that already, and I know what that's purpose for. So it's pretty nice. And you don't want your straw to just go all over the places. You just turn the tab around, place it on your straw inside a can, boom, you can drink it, and it stay in place. When you're at the supermarket and you bring in just a cart, buying, shopping, all that. But the loops in the frame of a grocery cart, oh, that might be something. The benefit for these seemingly basic carts have moved forward even, while even not checks back. Oh, there's the purpose behind those metal loops that frame the top fallout section to hang your bags with light items like bread, eggs from, so they don't get smashed among the heavier goods. Okay, so yeah, you know that reason for the top. You can put eggs, you can put bread, only the lightest items you could find, so that it won't be smushed with the other heavier goods there, and that won't ruin it. Especially the banana, it's very important because we don't want that banana to get bruised. Air on your gas pump indicator light. Well, have you realized that it's empty and when you're going to the gas station and then you were like, oh my goodness, which way is the gas tank? My left or my right? And this right here, if you're in a car, pay attention with the indicator, gas indicator. Indicates where is your gas tank going, your left or your right. So that indicates, yeah, where's your fuel tank? Which is your tank, going left or right? If it appears says right, go right. If it says left, go left. Or otherwise, simply use the pump handle to indicate which side it's on. So, good reason to look at the gas tank. So, look at it. The holes, the side holes in a Converse shoes. I don't usually wear Converse shoes, but if you do, well, the holes on those extra holes on your sides. Easy, lacing your shoes. If you're lacing your shoes, and it's designed intended to accommodate every basketball player's foot, and it's also set will allow them to customize the fit of the shoes and to keep laces from unraveling. If you want to do another laces to put on those sides, that'll be a good idea. Or those extra holes can be like an airflow or fashion statement, but really you can use that one for lacing your shoes for sides. Pretty neat. Those notebook margins that you've seen, there's like a red line and you have a college rule or wide ruled. Well, it's not the margins here is not purposely for how many sentences or guiding for how many sentences to finish or leave space note taking? Well, applying much right to purpose protecting your work. Back in the history, rats were a common resident in many people's homes, and one of their favorite snacks is your paper. This is evidence much. Applying wide margins to paper safeguarded against losing important work by leaving blank space around the edges for rats to chew. Though first, and to protect the writing on outer edges from general wear and tear. Now the holes there, hopefully it doesn't rip out everything, and that cannot be good. And you lose all of your stuff. You don't want that to happen. You know that paper condiment cups that you've been using at the fast food restaurant? There's that purpose. Why can't you just unfold the paper and then turn into this small paper platters, and it can hold a great more sauce. You can hold a lot of sauce for your dipping needs. And I've done that already, so you can just all these paper condiment cups, just unfold everything so you can have more ketchup than you think. Because if you just put a ketchup and you don't unfold it, you just have this little amount of ketchup. Unless if you unfold it, then great. You have a lot of dipping needs. Oh, these Chinese takeout containers. It comes with the boxes and all that. When you usually order some Chinese food, the takeout is comes in the boxes. What about that? What about it? Unfold it. What about it? The purpose of that one is just unfold it and make it like a plate, like a paper plate, but it's just unfolded box. And the best part for that, it's your food is already in the platter, so just unfold it and it become a perfect size cardboard dinner plates. Yeah. Right now in these days, it's built in. It is all built in. Pretty impressive, right? What about the necks on beer and some soda bottle? Well, it turns out that the bottleneck shape is essentially designed to encourage a person to hold the beer at the top of the bottle, where their body heat won't warm up the rest of the beer before they can finish it. So yeah. Well, there's the neck right there. Someone has to hold the beer. So I'm not into alcohol stuff, so leave where it is. Okay, you know that the hole at the top of that lollipop stick? No, you kids loves suckers. No, I mean, the lollipop is another sucker is another name for lollipop. Okay, so that reason for that little teeny tiny hole atop of that lollipop stick is so when the manufacturer pours the hot melted little candy into the mold, some of it seeps into the hole and hardens to keep the steady on the stick instead of just falling off. So when they created Lollipop, so when the manufacturers created pop, all these little hot melted candy, and then just swirling around, because some of this little candy here, it just sticks into that stick without falling off. Because because there's no hole on it, it would just easily fall off. It's not a good lollipop, is it? No. Alright, we have the plastic legs for disposable cups. And people haven't noticed about those 3 bumps on there. Well, for the reason that you can use it as a coaster. And there are the ridge in the lid that fits at the bottom of the cup, and then you can use that one as a coaster. And lids are just manufactured with this function in mind. And each side fits the corresponding cup base. If you have a medium, you can place down your medium cup, and that's a really good purpose, and no one ever thought about it. Haven't thought about that. So that might be a good reason to place in some stuff. You know these hole in the pot and pan handles? There's a lot of good reasons. One of them, they say you can hang your pots and pans while you store them, or maybe they come like a metal ring locked in a hole, which is meant for hanging, and I really worship the hole. Well, that's because the true purpose of that hole is to hold the handle for most staring spoons. And this way, the spoon hangs directly over the pot and minimizes the mess from the cooking. So, very good thing. It's a good thing. When you make, it's in case when you make spaghetti, and we had that, like the spoon, a wooden spoon, you can place it in a hole so that you don't have any mess to make. You know this little weird hole on any of the pasta scoops? Well, good news, there is some purpose of it. My thought about was to strain any excess juice from sauce. Well, the hole can be used to determine how much dry pasta you will need for serving by slipping a bundle of dry noodles into a hole of the scoop. And this will help keep single eaters from overdoing it in their pasta. Oh, very nice. We're talking back into the spaghetti stuff, okay? Making a spaghetti and there's like a hole on your pasta scoops. You have to measure how much do you need. It's a serving based hole. It's a serving based hole, so you can put a bunch of noodles right there, insert it, and find the measurement for your serving. I don't know how many servings you want, but it will hold it here. Try to overdoing it on the pasta, so it's a good thing. Okay, when you go somewhere places by a plane, and when you see a window, there's this teeny tiny little hole. There are two purposes for that. It allows the airflow to keep from too much pressure building in a plane and busting the window as it rises in altitude. And secondly, it is a clever way to keep the windows from fogging up with all the warm breath of the passengers. It would just easily goes out of the way. And we breathe in inside the plane so that we can calm down. You know, every time they place like a silica gel package, could be your bag, or any other accessories they put, they always said the silica packets and all that stuff. Well, the silica gel is something known as the sand, meaning sand stuck out. But these small packets are filled with silica gel beads that absorbs humidity in an enclosed environment up to 50%, helping to keep anything that can spoil with too much moisture nice and dry. Okay? You need to dry out the phone, shove it in the bag full of them. And it works better much than rice, and it's less messy. So if you want to dry your phone because your phone is too wet, place it in a bag full of silica and it will melt out all the water. Nice. Down the water and place it inside the silica. Nice. When you're having a party and you have like a solo cup and all these lines here, that doesn't make any sense. Well, if you don't know what the lines on the solo cup, it will be used as a liquid measurement for different kinds of alcohol. So the bottom line of the rub is a 1 ounce of recommended, and all these lines are like a recommended serving of whatever the alcohol they have. Like, for example, 1 ounce for liquor, 5 ounces of wine, and 12 ounces of, all these lines are purposeful. There's 2 tone erasers. One is a gray, one is the white. Okay, why these two? Why does this eraser look different? They're like 2 different colors. Well, the red, blue, or gray end of a 2-tone eraser allows you to erase pencil and graphite markings from different types of artist's paper that are more sensitive to friction and easily tear when a regular eraser. When I erase like too quickly, it would easily tear out the paper, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, so if you do a regular eraser, so if the paper is more sensitive to friction, use the one side of the eraser that can be helpful. Don't use the other one because it would just tear off the paper. Alright, these stripes in the toothpaste. Alright, all these stripes in the toothpaste, we don't know what it is, and this look great. And then all these colors are indicating that, and these stripes here indicates what's the purpose there. So for Aquafresh, answer the call. Adding the blue stripe to their paste indicates that the dual action of cleaning and freshening. And then this ingenious and they added this the third red stripe to the product to indicate that the paste now had triple action: cleaning, freshening, and plaque control. Solid white brands offer the same hygiene benefits. A company can answer their paste because it's a proven seller. If you just have this white toothpaste, that's just pretty old. If adding some blue stripes, you have a cleaning and freshening on it. Yeah, clean. It's just cleaning your teeth. If it's just white, it's just cleaning your teeth. But if there's a blue on it, it'll freshening your own teeth. And for that red, it takes control over your plaque. Oh, hey. Speaking of which, the square holes in McFlurry spoon. Well, this is the one that I have, and I ordered a snickerdoodle. I bought a snickerdoodle right here. And you know the purpose of this McFlurry spoon? This square hole right here. Well, the actual purpose of that is to serve as an attachment to the machine that whisks the ice cream and toppings together. And the bar on the machine slips into this spoon, and there is it, the way a drill spins a screw. Then they give you a spoon with it, minimizing the cleanup. Wow, this is the purpose. Okay, the soda bottle cap, not the bottle, it's made of glass, and there's the cap is like cap with just little rough edges in that there. Oh, no, there's the plastic liner, on this metal cap. The liner inside acts as a guaranteed seal to trap in the carbon dioxide to keep your drinks fizzy. And without those, the gas escape, and all you'll be left is a flat syrup rather than refreshing beverage. That would not be good, right? That would sound bad. That would be bad. If there's no plastic liner, it's not good. Okay. Right when I was talking about the F and J keys, the bump right there around your laptop, I have that one right here. Well, if you think back to early school, you know that F and J are like the home keys where your index fingers should rest for the most efficient typing. These race buttons were added to keys to help your index fingers find way back to the home position without having to take your eyes off the computer screen. So all you gotta do is your F and J is your home, and then you have to type it this way. And this is horrible. So let me test out for you. When I type this one, I'm gonna type "this is horrible" in a different sense. I know how to do everything. I did that when I was a kid, and it's horrible. It's really horrible, and I'm slow. I'm very slow at typing when I have to use this. I'm so slow. I'm very slow. Know that number corner and of the hind sachets? Oh, we hadn't seen that one. Well, many thought the specific numbers denoted the type of condiment because they realized two of the same type of condiment had two different numbers. They came out of the manufacturers and they said the number is simply to show what line the packet was manufactured on. So if an issue arises, they know which line to service. So yeah, all this number in the corner, it'll indicate what number is it. If there's like an issue, if there's any sort of an issue of your sachets, You know what? You know which line is service. Alright, now the shape of the Toblerone candy bar. Oh, ooh, ooh. Ugh. Sweet little chocolate, and you love it to eat it. So, what is really the purpose of that shape? The design of the chocolate bar is more functional than aesthetic. So, this rich candy is not meant to be devoured, but savored piece by piece. And these pieces are in triangles, so that if you press on the end of one piece of your thumb towards the piece beneath, it will snap off easily and leave you with a perfect size serving of delectable chocolate. Don't pull out the triangle on the other way. That's not really good. So you have to just push it towards another piece, and that will make a perfect shape of a triangle. Don't do it this way, do it the other way. Do it, you have to lean towards another piece. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Alright, the padlock. The tiny pinhole at the bottom of the padlock. And people does have no idea, well, what's this little hole here? Well, if there isn't one, the lock should be only used indoors. Well, it's because in addition to being an opening to apply lubrication into the lock so it doesn't get stuck, it also doubles as a drainage hole in case of extended water exposure. Oh, and the last but not least, the blue bristles in your toothbrush. Well, I'm gonna do it quickly in mine. So, the color of YouTuber's bristles will lose their color and fade in intensity right about the same time you need to change your toothbrush out with a new one. So, same additions actually starts to be cleaning. But be mindful about the colors. If it fades in, you have to change toothbrush. It's that simple. Well, I hope you guys understand what all these things have been used for. So I'm gonna do very quickly end this video as soon as possible because my laptop's about to die very soon. So yes, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Cool. I'll see you guys next video. Yeah, that's a good day. Bye everybody.